Welcome to the Pulse with Peter B. I'm your host, Peter Biancavano. Let's get you to the pulse on everything you need to know. And today's show is sponsored by Longshot Pistol and Rifle, Secaucus, New Jersey, providing responsible CCW training only to responsible owners. Visit their huge indoor training center and full-service gun store. Start your CCW training today. Longshot Secaucus, get over there and get on target, because the place we are at is always on target, and I don't care if I use that before, ladies. And that is the Pilsener Haus and Biergarten, located at 1422 Grand Street. And today we have another competition with your favorite places. Insider. Starting to my left is Krista Stucchio of #FoodPick. Welcome back. Good to see you.
Good to see you, Peter.
All righty. And of course, to my right, we have Daria Peace of @Hoboken Eats. Daria, great to see you.
You wanted to say delicious so bad.
Oh my God, it was
It's
coming.
hard.
It was
It rolls
coming.
off the
tongue.
Exactly, it is. All right, ladies, this is your fourth competition on this prestigious program, and I'm not saying that because the show's named after me, but you did.
Not
not for long. Yep, Daria remembers the whole Daria P.
Oh my God.
or maybe Krista S. Who knows?
Yeah, it doesn't sound as good though.
Exactly. You guys did the wing off, where I believe Daria won in a tiebreaker in rock, paper, scissors, shoots. You guys did a cook-off with our friends from Ready Strong Meals. And I believe, Daria, you won that one. So you were 2-0 until Krista beat you in the beer off that we did right here at Pilsener House a few weeks ago, maybe a couple months ago. I don't really remember.
Months ago, yeah.
Warm out.
Exactly.
It was sweaty out.
Yeah.
It was. And it's certainly cooler now, but the food in here is definitely not cool. Today we're going to do a Brat-Off. And why not? Daria, what do you love so much about brats?
Meat, all the meats.
Totally set her up for that one. What about you, Krista?
It's bigger than a hot dog, so you just get more for your money, you know?
All the meats.
Men.
All the meats.
And now, you guys are sometimes not really good at this, but
We're not. We're honestly not. And I feel like now that we're not going to be blindfolded, I'm like, oh, I got this.
We're going to be inspecting everything.
The world out of my mouth. We normally blindfold them, but we said for this challenge, let's do it, unblindfolded.
Because we had to end in a spelling bee last time. We need all the
Honestly,
advantage.
no one wants to see us blindfolded.
No.
Yeah, it's an accident waiting to happen.
Yeah,
You're
no.
100%.
Yeah.
All right, so we have 4 flavors of brats in front of you. You have a regular brat, you have a chicken brat, you have a curry brat, and of course, you have the cheddar brat.
Cheddar brat.
Exactly. So I am going to ask you each to pick up the brat closest to you on the left-hand side, correct?
Okay.
And try your first one and tell me your guesses.
All right.
We're going.
Cheers.
So nice and hot.
Oh,
Yes.
they're cheersing brats on camera. And as they take the bite, we're looking for cheddar, curry, traditional, normal, or chicken. We'll start with Krista. But she's like,
That's got to be curry.
all right, she says curry. Daria?
I feel like that was going to be the easiest one. All it tastes is the barbecue sauce. It must be curry.
All right.
I'm going curry too.
She's going with curry too. All right, we will let you guys know at the end of the competition here what is what. We're going to move on to the one on the right-hand side.
Okay.
Please take your bite. We're looking for curry,
Cheers again.
cheddar,
All the scents, all the
the
flavors.
cheersing. Soon they're going to just throw this right on my
Because we're
face.
still
I know
friends
that.
after all these competitions.
Exactly. All right, ladies. We'll start with Daria on this one
What are the
first.
choices again?
They are curry, cheddar, chicken, or traditional.
Chicken.
Okay.
Chicken.
All righty. All right, now we're going to move up forward from the last brats. Yes, correct, that one. You're going to do another cheers here. By the way, they have fries on their dish, too. I had to give them fries.
We had a couple before the segment started.
Mm-hmm.
Cheers.
Here's the cheers. We're going to start with Krista on this one.
I can't.
All right, we'll start with Daria then.
I'm going regular.
She's going traditional. Krista? Oh, she might be going for a second bite. You can do that. This isn't Dave Portnoy, one bite. Everybody knows the rules.
Or
okay?
maybe it's cheddar.
You got to go with your first choice. You got to go with your first choice. She
He
said
never takes
traditional.
this one bite.
Yeah, he goes.
No, he goes for like
He goes the
16.
crust.
I know. We love you, Dave.
This
though.
one's really good.
Okay.
They all
I
are.
really like this one.
Me too.
So what's your selection?
I'm going cheddar.
She's going cheddar. So this is the difference right now. This is traditional from Daria.
I feel like
and
we
cheddar
have
from...
to go. We have to.
So
switch it
now,
up.
if you try your last ones, which you
I think
should
you're
try your
right.
last ones, your last brats, you actually can change. You can't
I
change
can
any
change
answer.
my
No.
answers?
You can change an answer of one that you already tried. Are you guys cheering? Yeah, I'm just trying to stay
double
out of the way
fisting.
of the brats here. Let's try it. Daria, what do you think?
This is traditional.
That's traditional. What do you think?
That's
All right.
traditional.
Krista says traditional. All right. So the moment of truth is here. They only had one answer that was separated. By the way, the fries are good, ladies.
Not many. Oh, you're the.
But
fries
we
are
went back.
amazing.
We got back on pace.
You did get back on pace. I was very proud of you. But you know, the one answer was different. So I have to tell you, you both of you did much better than you have. We're never going to blindfold you again.
And we're blindfolded.
Daria, you had 3 out of 4 correct. But Krista Stucchio, without going to a tiebreaker, was 4 out of 4. So congratulations. You have now tied the series against Daria.
Girl, that was tricky.
That was tricky.
Like, I expected, like,
I
cheese
changed.
to
I did
out.
change.
You did.
Alt answer.
But you
alt
got to
answer.
go with the first
Gotta go
answer,
with the
right?
first answer.
You got to go with the first answer. All right, ladies, I need to hear first from you, Daria. What brought you like the best?
The cheddar
And-
one.
Go ahead.
Cheddar one was, all of them were fantastic. Just my palate is, I like the cheese. It almost had like almost smoky bacon in it too. I don't think there is that in it, but I got a little hint of that. I like this one the best.
She liked it the best so much that she got that one wrong.
Yeah.
That's
took
my
my breath
favorite
away.
too. I expected it to be like a cheesy mess,
Me
but like
too.
I actually like that it's not. It's like a
Yeah.
very subtle cheese flavor. However, I will say this curry one is really good. It's very different. I wouldn't expect to get that
Yeah.
here. So
Look at that.
My alt would have been the traditional. You can never go wrong with the basics.
yeah.
What a traditional brat, right?
Yeah, you can't
Yeah.
go wrong.
You know, and I'm a guy that likes the chicken brat here. It's actually my go-to
Okay.
menu
Well,
item.
we're all over the place.
I know. Listen, I mean, you know, the different strokes for different folks, as they say, right?
Yeah.
All right. So if you, and Krista, we're going to start with you for this question. If you come here to the Pilsener House and Beer Garden, you're here with a bunch of girlfriends or guy friends.
Yeah.
What are you recommending?
I'm gonna say you gotta get. Oh.
I'm telling
I'm
you.
gonna
in
say you
order.
have to get a cheddar or a traditional, and like you gotta share this with somebody. You gotta at least try it. You gotta try the curry, because even if you're not a curry fan, I feel like it's worth at least having a bite of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like
You
that.
gotta switch it up a little.
Can
Daria?
you get all 4 of these?
You actually, we're going to call it the Pulse with Peter B special,
I
where you
like
can get
that.
all 4 on a dish.
With
Wait,
the
is
French
this
fries
real?
on the side.
No, but they're going to put it on the menu.
They're gonna
They
put
should
it on the
put it on the
menu.
menu like
'Cause
that.
people will come and order it.
Just some
and I
people
would
prefer chicken.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, you get it with all your friends. You're here drinking beer all day. You don't really want a big meal. You just all want to try a bunch of brats,
Yeah.
and French fries can never go wrong. That's what that's what mine. If not, I'm coming
Cut them in
literally
half.
to get this
You know,
and going.
everyone gets.
Amen. See, I give them a question, they just go forward with it. I absolutely love it. All right, folks. Now you're going to just have to tune in later on for another episode between Daria and Krista, because now the series is tied 2-2. This was a best of 7. We're getting to crunch time, ladies.
Tiebreaker. What are we gonna try next?
I don't know what's
Well,
gonna be next.
Listen, you give me ideas, folks. Daria and Krista are down for anything. Well,
Yeah.
almost anything.
Write us fan mail. Tell us what you want us to eat, not blindfolded.
Exactly. All right. Well, Daria Peace of @Hoboken Eats, Krista Stucchio of #FoodPick. It's an honor and pleasure to be sitting in between the two of you. And I thank you for coming here to the beautiful Pilsener House.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. And we'll
Love
see you
being here.
next time for another competition. So, all right, folks, we will be right back.
Welcome to Hudson River Care and Counseling. Hello, I'm Dr. Pam Pater-Ennis, the CEO and founder of Hudson River Care and Counseling with over 30 years of clinical social work experience and therapy. We are a progressive counseling and coaching practice with a diverse team that brings a holistic approach to clients. We offer support both in person and through digital platforms such as telehealth. Consider us a safe haven that you can trust with care for your mental health needs. Visit our website to set up a consultation today.
Peter Biancamano, your hostess with the mostest of the Pulse with Peter B. Folks, Don't forget to go on our Facebook and our Instagram pages by searching The Pulse with Peter B, and like and follow us on each of those platforms. We're constantly updating those pages with previews of each week's segments and cool stories. Also, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to our email address at thepulsewithpeterb@gmail.com. Today's show is brought to you by Vote Kids First on Tuesday, November 8th for Hoboken Board of Education. Together, we're putting Hoboken's kids first. Welcome back to the Pulse with Peter B. Peter Biancamano back in the host chair and back at the beautiful Maxwell Place Pier. A few weeks ago, we had Cindy Wiegand in a Pulse exclusive who's running for Hoboken Board of Education on the Kids First Slate. And as promised, a 2-for-1 today as we have her running mates also on the Kids First Slate. Of course, Pavel Sokolov is a familiar face. Pavel, welcome back.
Always a pleasure, Peter. Thank you.
And Donna Magen is here. Donna, welcome to the show, making her post premiere.
Nice to meet you.
Exactly. Nice to meet you as well. So Donna, we're going to start with you.
Sure.
And we're going to ask you why you decided to run for the Hoboken Board of Education and a little bit about yourself.
Sure, absolutely. So I moved to Hoboken about 6 years ago when I was pregnant with my first son, Ari. I immediately fell in love with Hoboken and wanted to make it our home for forever. So when we first started here with Calabro at preschool, we were very happy. And I grew up in Tenafly, which is a suburb of New Jersey, up in Bergen County. Wonderful public school education. And what I want to do here in Hoboken is attract people to stay for the long haul, not make it so transient, and make public education amazing for all throughout high school. So for the long run.
Exactly. So you want to give back to the community that's given you so much in the last few years that you've lived here.
Yes, absolutely.
Pavel?
So, Peter, I've been a lifelong advocate for public education. My fiance and I are starting our family here in Hoboken. We're getting married next year. Of course, you're invited. We both attended great public New Jersey high schools. My fiance attended Union County College. We met at Rutgers University. I got my master's from the CUNY system in Baruch. And really, we believe that a solid public education is the great equalizer. It helps people from all across the world come to the United States, live the American dream, like my fiance and I as immigrants did, and really be able to provide for our families, be a member of our community. And all starts here in Hoboken, making sure that we're supporting our public education institutions. And additionally, as you may remember, there was a referendum on January 25th, and I felt that as an advocate for the Vote No movement, I didn't just want to say, no, that's it, and disappear. I wanted to continue being involved and being part of the solution, to bring in more voices from the community, empty nesters, young professionals moving in, and of course, our parents, to make sure that everyone is supporting Hoboken's education.
Well, that's fantastic. And that kind of leads me, and you could tell Pavel's been on the show before.
That's right.
Because he kind of just took the life out of my next question. But we're going to start with you on the next question, and that is, you're running for school board. Obviously, you have goals.
Correct.
And what are some of your goals, and how do you plan to accomplish those goals if elected?
So one of our biggest goals is, of course, to support public education. But that shouldn't come across just as a abstract platitude. There has to be a real, tangible goal. And our hope is that we want Hoboken High School to be the premier educational institution that every 8th grader wants to attend. Right now, we're dealing with capacity issues that we discovered throughout the referendum. That's regrettably, Hoboken High School is being underutilized to its potential, and we want to make sure that when 8th graders are deciding where they want to attend high school, Hoboken High School is their choice. And we're going to accomplish that by partnering throughout the community, the Hoboken Public Education District, the Hoboken Public Charter Schools, the independent schools, all of the nonprofit and community organizations, supporting kids at a young age so they're able to play together, learn together, participate in sports, theater arts, athletics. So as they together come up through the educational system, no matter which institution, they're going to want to go to high school with their friends. Hoboken High School is the answer.
Interesting. Donna, same question for you.
Yeah, just to kind of piggyback off of the concept of oneness, of really bringing, I'm not just a charter parent, I'm not just a district parent, I'm not just a parochial parent, I'm not just a private parent. We're all in this together. We do rec soccer together, but there's so much more that we can do. There's so many resources that we can share to get kids energized, to get them excited, to kind of be with their peers. and get that pride going. For me, it's really all about pride and getting that pride through to the finish line, which is getting to that, high school level.
Interesting. Very, very interesting. Moving on, and we're going to start this question with you, Donna, and Pavel brought this up a little earlier, the high school referendum. Where did you stand on the high school referendum? Do you feel as if the Board of Education in its current majority will try to shove this down to voters or shove this down the public's throat in the future again?
I do think they'll try it again. I found out about the high school referendum like any other parent, which was very late. I didn't know anything about it. I saw murmurings on Hoboken moms groups, but really didn't know much about it. The thing that kind of stood out to me was the price tag and what we were getting. And the bigger thing was the capacity, because I knew that there was an issue with capacity, but it really didn't address like more classrooms. So for me, I wanted to learn more. It was hard to learn more. I was very happy that, Pavel started, going out into the community, making people aware, giving people the facts and the information. But we want product. We don't want props. I think it was really just a bunch of kind of props. And there's so much more to education than like a hydroponic garden.
Exactly. Well, all right. And Pavel, I think that you were at the forefront of this. I know we've shown many articles as
right, and I
B-roll and
appreciate
pictures with you holding up a sign saying to vote no. I guess almost the second question that I had for Donna, do you feel as if the board, if they keep the majority, and even if the three of you win, they're still going to have a majority on there, but obviously there was to be some opposition, which is always good. They say checks and balances is good, right?
Right, it's democracy.
Do you feel that the current board majority will again try to shove this down the public throat in terms of building a new high school?
So one of the reasons I'm running is that I feel the Board of Education is kind of a black box, right? Anyone knows that if you have a good idea, you're going to shout it through the rooftops, you're going to tell everybody about it. But the manner in which this referendum was handled, secrecy after the November election, and then an expedited, 1.5 month process to vote on it. Like, I'm a certified public accountant. If someone comes to me at my job and tells me, I have the greatest deal for you, you have to sign the contract right now and it's all going to work out, I will be fired if I sign that contract. So why would I do something in my personal life that I would never do in my professional life? I want people to know that we understand that there are capacity needs, especially at the elementary and middle school level, that we are pro facilities and that we are pro expansion, but it has to be done in a responsible way with involvement from the entire community. We don't want to displace residents from Hoboken. We don't want to place an undue tax burden, especially as we found out this year, inflation being 10%. Definitely the high school referendum proposal was not accounting for that. So summarily, we want to make sure that we take people from a position of we have no idea what's going on and explain to them the needs and how we can be better partners. Because at the end of the day, there are not that many parents in town. So if we do want to have a referendum, if we do want to expand, we need buy-in from the entire community. And we want to be champions of that.
Well, and this leads me into my next question, and we'll start with you, Pavel, and that is Dr. Christine Johnson, our superintendent of schools. I asked this question to your running mate, Cindy Wiegand, a few weeks ago regarding how you plan on working with Dr. Johnson. She was on this program before. She says that there is a huge space issue in our elementary programming. They need more schools and so on and so forth. She's the chief education officer of this town. Do you plan on working with her if elected?
So I'm very thankful that Dr. Johnson is our superintendent. I think the way she handled the COVID pandemic was visionary and really set us apart from the other municipalities in Hoboken. I have to say, all the feedback I've heard about Dr. Johnson is phenomenal, and I'm really thankful that we have her for our district. We actually had an opportunity to meet with her a couple of Fridays ago. We had a very productive conversation, and we explained to her that, just because some of us will vote no doesn't mean that we're just categorically contrarian or anything. It's actually the opposite. We want to partner. We want to be champions so she can focus on her effectiveness as an administrator, which is, like I said, is phenomenal. So we can be the ones advocating in Trenton for more SDA funding, or we can be championing to the community so that she can really have some of that burden off her back. We want to be a partner.
Okay. Donna, same question to you. How do you plan on working with Dr. Christine Johnson if elected?
Yeah, so the thing I really appreciate about Dr. Johnson on a personal level was COVID with a small child, a child that was just starting pre-K 3. and having that kind of frustration and seeing what was going on throughout the state, having her be so empathetic to myself and to other concerned parents, whether it was school closures or masking or just the future of how we're going to educate our kids, especially seeing now, the learning loss. She was nothing but amazing and empathetic. She invited myself and parents into her office. We spoke. She is not the type of person that is, categorically yes or categorically no. She listens. She participates. She's open-minded. She's never the kind of person to kind of shut ideas down. So I think if and when we have the opportunity to work with her, she'll be nothing but, complimentary and collaborative, which is what I've felt from her. So.
Well, unfortunately, we were out of time. We did manage to get through this with 2 guests. I know the folks at home are not used to seeing that, but they are ballot numbers 6, 7, and 8. I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
That's right, column I.
That's right, column I. The election is Tuesday, November the 8th. Polls are open from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. Is there anything, and I'm only going to kind of throw this to one of you, so whoever wants to jump in, little battle royale here, that you want to say before we go to a quick commercial break? Take it one away, one of you.
Go ahead.
Oh, please be sure to vote Kids First, 6, 7, 8.
There you go. I appreciate that. That's Pavel, Sokolov, and Donna. Help me out with your last name.
Magen.
And I'm so sorry I butchered that in the beginning of the segment. I was, I was practicing it off camera, but apparently not well enough. All right, folks, we do have to take a quick commercial break. We will be right back. Peter Biancamano back with you. Don't forget to watch us on cable access every Sunday and Monday at 9 a.m. Optimum Channel 18, Fios Channel 46, and Comcast Channel 190. Also on Sunday mornings at 9:30 a.m., you can watch our show on our YouTube channel, and you can also binge watch all of our old shows. Who doesn't want to keep watching The Pulse with Peter B? We'll see you there. Welcome back to The Pulse with Peter B. Peter Biancamano back at the beautiful Pilsener House and Biergarten, located at 1422 Grand Street. You got to come down and see our friends here because the special guest next to me loves it here, he tells me. So he only wants to film here, which we're totally fine with. And of course, that's former 17-year fullback in the NFL and Pulse Sports Insider, our good friend Tony Richardson. Welcome back.
Well, welcome. You know the thing about it, I obviously love coming here to see you, but I definitely have to go back to my German roots, and obviously I have my nice little beer, so it's good. It's good to be back.
Exactly. See, we think he comes to see me, but he really wants the good food and the drinks down here.
Definitely.
That's totally fine. T-Rich, we are at week 6 of the NFL. I mean, I feel like the summer gets over and everybody gets excited because the NFL season's here. But when it goes this fast, it's like the excitement kicks in a little bit more, let's just say. So now we're going to start with the locals. Okay. We're going to do a little bit of rapid fire here. We got 5 games like we normally do. Yep. And I got to be honest with you, Tony. You have your former team, the New York Jets. They are over 500. They got the Jets fans, absolutely up in arms, crazy, like it's going to be a great season. They got a little bit of a tough test this week against a Green Bay Packer team that lost to the Giants last week on their home turf in London. Who do you like in this one?
You know the thing about it, I'm going with my Jets because I think, and I'm not being a homer, but, seeing these young guys, because they don't know that they don't know. They don't know the tradition of Lambeau. They don't know that it's going to be the mistake in having to face Aaron Rodgers. I mean, you got a guy – like Sauce, like these guys are playing hard. They're playing really well. I'm going with the Jets. I think the Packers are obviously a little bit upset because they got their butt whooped on the road. But I'm going with the Jets. I'm going with the Jets.
Wow.
Definitely.
Sure. And he's not being a homer on this one,
not
too,
at all.
because when he was on the last time, he picked against the Jets to lose, I believe, to the Ravens in week 1.
And they lost.
And they lost. And by the way, I got to give him credit, though, because the last time he was on, you did go 3-2 in your predictions.
3-2. Okay.
And that is very, very good.
That's better than my fantasy football team, so I'm doing pretty good. So, I
absolutely love that. Absolutely. All right. He's picking the Jets to go 4-2. Jet fans, get your excitement ready, I guess.
Let's go.
All right. Let's talk about another team that their fans are super excited because they haven't had a winning season since 2016. I mean, I think they've matched their win total from last year, and that is the New York Football Giants, and they are going to be home this week against the Baltimore Ravens, Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens. What do you like in this one?
I'm going Giants all the way.
Wow.
And I'm going Giants. Brian Dable is a buddy of mine. He was with me when I was with the Jets. His creative mind and the way he's using Saquon. So the thing about it is, when I was with the Jets, Brian Dable used to put those plays in, for Leon Washington, for Brad Smith. So he kind of knows what how to stop like Lamar Jackson and things of that nature. So I'm definitely going with the Giants, and I think Saquon's going to have a big day. I'm seeing about 115, 120 yards rushing.
Wow.
Yeah.
And by the way, they say Saquon is an early MVP candidate.
Oh, yeah,
this
no
year.
doubt. Yeah, because he's doing everything. And, I'm so happy for him. I'm also happy for Daniel Jones. And I think
Right.
I was listening to it, they're talking about maybe go ahead and giving him an extension. But, the thing about it is, he's playing injured. I think that shows a lot of respect for, guys get a lot of respect. But I'm definitely going with Saquon. And he's definitely MVP because he's doing everything right now.
Well, I got to tell you, Sony, I'm crediting the Giants' success to you because you sat here in week one and nobody thought that they were going to be Tennessee.
Exactly.
And, of course, Brian Dable, your friend,
Yep.
went for it for a 2-point conversion, wins the game.
There you go.
So, I just hope that, you kind of give them, we say in the time, the molocchio, which is like the bad luck.
And you got to give them, they're playing at home. So it's very tough for someone to come into your home, come into your home turf and beat you. So I'm definitely going with Giants.
All right. Well, here's another surprise team.
Yep.
It's the Minnesota Vikings, the 4-1 Minnesota Vikings. Nobody's really talking about them. There's only 5 or 6 4-1 teams, and of course the one 5-0 team, which we'll talk about a little later on in the segment. Minnesota, they're going down to Miami, who's down to their 3rd-string quarterback. I mean, Tua concussion, Teddy Bridgewater concussion. It's like they just were embarrassed last week by your New York Jets. Do you think that Miami has a shot against Minnesota?
No, not at all. And I keep saying friends, but Kevin O'Connell was back up to Mark Sanchez, and we just had our Vikings Legends weekend about 2 weeks ago, and I had a chance to spend some time with Kevin. And there you go, another innovative mind. He was an offensive coordinator when he was with the 49ers. Now he's a head coach. And he's getting these guys ready to play. And I don't even think the Vikings are playing their best ball. But like you said, I was at the Jet game last week. They're down to their 3rd quarterback. Obviously Teddy went out on the first play of the game, sacked my guy. Sauce actually, hit him, knocked him out of the game. We don't want to see that. But I'm definitely going with the Minnesota Vikings because, like I said, I don't think we've seen the best from them yet, and I think they're only getting better week to week. And Kirk Cousins, as long as he throws the ball to the guys in the purple jerseys and not the white jerseys, I think he'll do well. So, they're playing really well.
And, just following up on that, Minnesota is proving that they're the best team in the NFC North
no
this
doubt,
year.
for sure.
I mean, they beat up on the Packers that first week of the season. Definitely. Everybody's like, oh, it's a fluke. Kirk Cousins with his turnovers. There are about half the teams in the league that'll take Kirk Cousins as their quarterback.
Yeah, no doubt. And you think about it, like I said, when you start having a quarterback with another quarterback, and it's like I was never really sold on Kirk Cousins, but now having a former quarterback, a former offensive coordinator now leading him and kind of just understanding you don't have to have the hero ball every time. Just take the plays that are open. And then you got Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook obviously is one of the greatest running backs, and not the best running back in the league, probably 2nd or 3rd. But when you got a good running game, you play good defense, and don't turn the ball over, you're in every game. And that's how he's teaching them every day.
Right. Well, moving on, and I think these are two of the best teams in the AFC.
Yep.
I mean, you got the Buffalo Bills, going to Arrowhead, where you played most of your career in Kansas City, to play the Chiefs. Again, 2 4-1 teams. I personally think that this is probably the top matchup of Week 6. Who do you like in this one?
And this is going to be hard for me.
I was going to say,
it's
here we
be
go.
very, very tough because I'm a homer. Obviously, played for the Chiefs for 11 years, and they were fortunate to put me in their Ring of Honor. I'm going to have to go with Buffalo. Buffalo is serious, man. I mean, the things they're doing, offense, defense, and special teams. And you tell you the truth, if you look at that Monday night game, if they go for 2 or they go for 1 and kick the field goal instead of extra point instead of going for 2, I think the momentum was heading toward the Raiders, and they probably win that ball game. I just think, there's some holes in the Chiefs' defense, and I think that Buffalo can exploit it. So I'm definitely going with Buffalo. I hate to say this, but I'm glad this is not. I hope this is not going to be shown in Kansas City.
We are on YouTube,
Yeah, I know.
I got family in Italy that watch us, Tony. They're waiting for you to go to Italy, by the way.
Well, I can't wait. I'd love to go. Yeah, it'd be great.
I love that.
Sounds good.
I love that. All right, final game of the week, and we have to talk about them because they are America's team.
Yeah.
And the last time
the
Tony
Eagles?
was on.
I know you like that. Yeah.
Anyway, but the last time you were on, and this is why I was a little hesitant to invite you back, Tony, because you picked them to lose, and that was the only game they lost. Of course, Dak Prescott gets hurt. The Dallas Cowboys under Cooper Rush are 4-0 since he's took over as a starter, 4-1 on the season, visiting the only undefeated team in the NFL, the Philadelphia Eagles, and Jalen Hurts. tough environment for the Cowboys to go into. It's one of the away stadiums that I refuse to go see a game at because I won't keep my mouth shut to you Eagle fans out there. But anyway, different story for a different time. What do you like in this one?
You know what? Crazy enough. So I'm a quiet Eagles fan. I hate to say this,
Wow.
but I'm gonna tell you how. So Richard Christie from the Howard Stern Show, he actually stayed at my house on Monday. So he's a huge Chiefs fan. His wife is a huge Eagles fan. I listen to WIP Angelo in the morning every single morning. And I tried to get tickets for the game on Sunday. You cannot get one. As a former player, I can't get one ticket to that game.
Isn't that crazy?
It's going to be crazy. So, yeah, I'm with you. I was going to go and just wear all black because if you wear Cowboy stuff in there, you probably get killed.
Yeah, exactly.
But
killed
yeah,
is the word.
Killed.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm definitely going to Eagles. I think the way Jalen Hurts is playing, Jason Kelsey's a buddy of mine. I know I have all these buddies in the league, but I really believe in what they're doing. I'm going. It's going to be a crazy environment. The Cowboys are playing well. It's going to be very difficult blocking that front four. But I'm going with the Eagles.
And it looks like Dak is not playing. That was announced earlier this week.
Tough. Like, what do you do when he comes back? Do you put him in? I'm going with the backup. That's going to be tough. We'll say that for the next show.
Say it for the next show. Absolutely. Yeah. Well, Tony Richardson, former 17-year NFL fullback in the NFL. In the NFL, well, obviously. I said NFL twice there.
That's no
Tony.
problem.
And, of course, Pulse Sports Insider. Yeah. We love having you on, and we look forward to seeing you
every
soon.
time I get a chance to see you in this beautiful pink shirt and having a beer, it's all good.
I love it.
Yep.
Thanks again. I really appreciate it. And you're going to want to tune into all the games later today to see if Tony is going to go above 500 again.
I'm going. No. What do you mean 500? I'm going 5-0.
5-0.
I'm going 5-0. I'm going.
Let's just hope he gets the Eagle game wrong.
I guarantee you.
Let's just hope he gets the Eagle game wrong. Go Cowboys. Thanks again, Tony. Really appreciate it. All right, folks. Join us next week for The Pulse on everything you need to know. I'm Peter Biancavano. I hope you guys have a great week, everybody.